If any of you have been with me from the beginning, when I first started my YouTube channel, there is one knife that has been a consistent companion to me throughout my entire YouTube career, and that is the Mora knife. So in this episode of Blade Talk Tuesday, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about one of my favorite budget knives that is high value and low cost. So without further ado, let's get the timer started and we'll jump right into it. Thanks for joining me. So when I was first getting into the outdoors, there was one style of Mora, and that was basically this style, which I've shown off probably more than any other knife, and that is the basic companion style. I don't even know quite what to call it. It's a Mora. It works. It's what they designed all their knives after. Even knives like this, the 511, which I don't know if you can get this one or this one anymore, but even this one has the same exact blade style. They might even have the same type of rat tail tang. But more recently, they updated their knives to look more like this. So this is a 511, I think. The new 511. It's got the little finger guard here and the blade shape. You can compare the old 511 with the new 511 is slightly different. You can see that. I don't know what the mentality was behind that. Gives it more belly, a little bit broader of a blade. I personally like the thinner blade. The tip might be a little more fragile, but I found it easier to carve with, get into real tight spaces with it. Since the beginning, Mora have only been what's known as a partial rat tail tang. What that means is that the metal portion of the blade runs through the handle to about maybe there, and is thinner than the actual blade stock. So thinner in this direction, which to some people means it's a fragile blade. It doesn't work quite as well as a full tang knife might, which runs the entire width, same thickness, all the way through the handle. So some people wouldn't consider these very strong, but I've done so many things with this knife and it's never even had an issue. But more recently, Mora decided to jump onto the full tang bandwagon with the Garberg. Now this is the Garberg, and I have the stainless steel version just because I like their stainless steel. I wanted to use it as like an all-purpose knife, and it's much heavier. You can see the tang is running all the way through and out the backside of this plastic handle. It has a lot of heft to it because of that. It's a very tough blade. I want to say it's close to an 1/8 inch thick. And yeah, just like with the other updates, it's got a very pronounced belly on it, meaning that curve right there. And it feels like a beefy survival knife. And when you compare it to the old style, it almost looks like a different knife brand. Besides the fact that, they both say Mora on them. Now my issue is that one of the things that first drew me to Mora is the fact that they are so lightweight. This is, even though it's not the shortest knife, the lightest knife I have in my collection. And because of that, I'm confident and comfortable taking this as a secondary knife or a backup knife in my backpack when I go camping or exploring in the backcountry. I just throw it in my backpack and don't even worry about it because it's so stinking light. I think it's like maybe 2.5, 3 ounces, which for a knife this capable and this size, that's exceptional. The other thing that first drew me to Mora is the cost. This knife right here cost me $9. $9 for a knife that I trust wholeheartedly to do every single knife task you can imagine. $9. I bought knives 10 times as much and haven't trusted them as much as I've trusted this knife. So to get a knife that's so capable, so inexpensive, made in Sweden, that is so light, everybody should have a Mora. And if you don't love the weight of the full tang, they also make what's known as the Kansbull, and that is a partial tang in a very similar style with a multi-grind edge that works really well for fishing and skinning and stuff like that. One of my buddies, James from Junkyard Fox, loves this knife. It's like his go-to knife besides like the old style Green River, and then he just came out with a new design that kind of borrows from this knife. So check out some of his videos on the Kansbowl if you're looking for something like the Garberg, but slightly lighter. I actually bring this one fishing with me just pretty much every time. Not that I ever catch anything. Have I said enough about Mora? Do you believe me? Most people in the outdoor community love Mora. I'm in the majority here. Most people love them. I'm not even going to bother reading anything on their website. I have it up here on my computer. I just think the fact that they've been around for more than 400 years making knives, which is on their website here, I mean, that just tells you they've got this reputation that's going to last. They are fantastic. I recommend them to everybody. When anybody asks me, oh, hey, what knife should I get? What knife should I start out with? What knife should I get? Even advanced people, I'm like, yo, just get yourself a Mora. You don't need anything else. If you've got a hatchet or an axe, a saw, and a Mora, you're good to go. You don't really need a full tang knife. Everything you need done can be done with the Mora. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.